In this video, I'm going to be telling you the 5 reasons Nigerian government used masked witnesses against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Please pay attention and tell me if you think it was merited or unmerited. Or perhaps you can tell me if you feel it is just another way to make this trial for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu very difficult to surmount. Also remember that this was approved by the High Court itself under the Justice Omotosho. So please sit back, relax, listen, grab your popcorn. For here are the 5 reasons masked witnesses were used against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let's go. In the trial of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of IPOB, the Nigerian government sought to shield the identities of the prosecution witnesses. While initial requests for masked witnesses were denied, subsequently, applications were granted under specific conditions. Here are 5 reasons behind the government's push for masked witnesses. 1. Witness safety concerns. The prosecution reported that witnesses received threats warning them against testifying, leading to fears for their personal safety. These prompted the requests for protective measures, including the use of facial masks or screens during testimony. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? That the witnesses, some of them received threats. That the witnesses received threats. That if they come out and testify, so and so will happen to them. That was exactly what the prosecution said in court. And this is what they were telling the judge when they were arguing for this particular thing. So perhaps the prosecution said that some of these witnesses told them that they were being harassed, they were being stalked, they were being, threatened here and there that if you come forward to testify, this and this may happen to you. So therefore, they argued before the court that they needed to protect, their testimonies, their witnesses from harm, and that was the reason they gave the court. So what do you think about number 1 reason? Tell me in the comment section. Number 2, legal provisions for witness protection. The Administration of Criminal Justice Act 2015 allows for witness protection in terrorism-related charges. Given that Nnamdi Kanu is facing terrorism charges, the court permitted measures such as shielding their faces or identities. They also argued that in a previous case involving Boko Haram, masked witnesses were used because Boko Haram also are a threat to witnesses, and as such, some people that came forward to testify against Boko Haram did so using face masks. So it's possible that the judge also considered that there have also been laid out precedents to this particular day. So he felt there was no reason, there was nothing bad in it since it has already been used in Nigerian courts, citing previous cases. So what do you think about this? This number 2. What do you think about this number 2? Drop it in the comment section. Number 3. Witness reluctance to testify. Some witnesses expressed unwillingness to testify. Some witnesses expressed unwillingness to testify without assurances of anonymity, fearing potential repercussions. This reluctance led the government to seek court approval for protective measures to facilitate their participation. There are people who just felt, I want to testify, but I cannot testify because I know this man. He knows me. I know his family. He knows my family. And perhaps if I testify, they may come after me, because what I want to say may not favor him. And this is what they told the court. And they felt they had something to also say that concerns the case against Nnamdi Kanu. You understand? So this is the reasons why the prosecution wanted the court to grant those masked witnesses. So what do you think about this particular number 3? Drop it in the comment section. Let's go on. Number 4, use of security operatives as witnesses. The prosecution's witnesses included security personnel whose identities are typically protected to maintain operational security. The court recognized the need to shield these individuals during their testimonies. As you heard it, it means that the security operatives have their standard operation practices, that if any of them is going to go to court to testify, they are not going to show their faces because they are going to be, declassified. and they want to maintain their status identity for further operations they want to do. So they argued in the court, and the court may have looked and considered this also as a reason why they should grant masked witnesses. So that's number 4. So let's go on. Number 5. So tell me what you think about number 4. Number 5, precedence in sensitive cases. Precedence in sensitive cases. Like I said before, in other high-profile sensitive cases, courts have granted similar protective measures for witnesses. The government argued that the nature of the charges against Kanu warranted comparable precautions to ensure the integrity of judicial procedures. So this one looks like number 2, saying that this particular case is not in isolation. There has also been cases where masked witnesses has been used in the courtroom, just like we said in number 2, the same. So because it has happened before, definitely we can also do it, apply it here to be going by the nature of the case. Going by the nature of the case of Nnamdi Kanu and the people involved in it, the prosecution argued that there was a need to protect their witnesses in this manner. So this is number 5 reason. This is number 5 reason. Tell me what you think about this number 5 reason. And tell me what you think about all the reasons that you have just listened to. Because this case needs to be as transparent as possible. And that is why I take my time to bring out all these things to you every time, every day, every time he has a case, and every time we think that there is something you should know, so that you will not be kept outside the loop. On this channel, we will give you every detail, break down every analysis, and make it as simple as possible for you to understand, so that any point in time you feel the case is not going the right way, or you feel that the court is not doing the right thing, we will also let you know, because this is a court of law and everything must be done in justice. Everything must be done justly and fairly, because when you approach the court for justice. And also, I want to point out that in all these arguments, what were the arguments of Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers, mostly Kanu, Agabi, and co? Everybody knows that Kanu, Agabi, and the other lawyers are very intelligent and very smart. But in that video, I'm going to give you the arguments that Kanu and his lawyers gave. I'm going to do another video showing the response Kanu's lawyers gave in response to this argument by the prosecution, because as you are aware, the court has already granted this request and already masked witnesses are used against Kanu. I'm just trying to let you know how we got to this moment, because it was not an imposition per se, it was an argument. At the end of the day, the judge ruled in favor of the prosecution to allow these masked witnesses. So perhaps Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers, Kanu, Agabi, they also had their argument that they gave, and I'm going to do a video perhaps rolling out the arguments they gave and showing if the arguments they gave were coherent or not, because obviously the court did not follow their argument. Rather, the court granted the arguments of the prosecution. So we are going to see what Kanu's lawyers said that didn't make the judge bend to their favor, and perhaps still hold strong. The Nigerian government should go ahead bringing in the masked witnesses. Please take your time to share this video, like, and subscribe to this channel. As always, I am your host, Chinedu. Sign out to your favorite show, Direct on the Spot, the show where we hit it hard and hot on matters of concern that shape and affect our daily lives. Till I see you in the next video, peace.